I'm Alvina Usher, your Ottawa Real Estate Expert. I'm going to give you a series of videos about living at the waterfront property. So first of all, let's decide and make a decision and think if we're going to buy waterfront properties or we're going to stay in the city. You're not going to find a better person than me. I lived at waterfront for 17 years. Now I am back to the city, so I know both good and bad of living at the waterfront property. So let's dive right into that. Today, I'm going to share with you my 5 do's and 5 don'ts when you gonna make a decision to buy the property in the city or to move to the waterfront. Number 1, it's a do and it's a don't. So number 1 do is please check the water that you buying on. If it is Ottawa River or Mississippi River, if it is a Rideau River, if it is any body of water, please check what can you do on this water. It is very important because if you want a quiet lake and quiet life with the waterboard and canoeing and a very quiet sunset, and all of a sudden you're on the body of water that have a plenty of motorboats and the sea-doos, you are not going to be happy. So it is very important to come and check your waterfront and how the river is used in a many seasons, in the beginning of the season, in the end of the season, and what kind of a dock do you need. Don't think that you came to the water, you saw the water, you can just drop the dock, and this dock can be 500 meters to the river, because you're gonna walk 500 meters and it's not deep enough to put your boat. You need to check everything. The area that I'm going to cover in my next quite a few videos is going to be a Dunrobin area, Constance Bay, Fitzroy, and McLaren Landings, Bacchums Bay. Mississippi Conservation Authority looking after this piece of water. So it is very important to do your due diligence and check what kind of regulations you have for this body of water. So do check what kind of regulations it has for the use of water, and don't ever assume anything. Second, guys, do's and don'ts. Do check for the road condition, because we're in Canada. Our summers are very short, and then it's becoming heavy rain, snow, ice, melting ice, floods. So make sure you're gonna be able to get into your house, into your cottage for seasons, or depends what are you buying this cottage, this house for. So make sure, do not ignore, just check all the 4 seasons how to get into your cottage. So do not ever ignore. So number 2, check the access, road access, and access during the flood. Maybe your sellers have some pictures, some stories, maybe get around the neighborhoods, find something. The ChatGPT gonna help you to find some information about this area, and your agent gonna do a fantastic job when they know this area very well. So don't ever ignore. Do check information about the accessibility for transport to your cottage. It's very important. Guys, the number 3 is very important. Do think about maintenance. Look at this dock. Do you see this dock? I just took a photo especially for you. Do you know how much it costs to put such a dock in, to take it out, to store it? And then the flood comes. Is your property can accommodate storing such a big dock? And definitely it is too shallow, and then the dock is dropped for I don't know what is a 200 meters dock, and then the boat is at the end, and who's gonna do that? You have a budget. So when you live in the city house does have to have a budget for the maintenance. But let me tell you, the waterfront house needs a double budget, because you have so many additional expenses with your waterfront home. So number four, you came to buy a waterfront, and the waterfront is not only about square footage or how it's finished or what's inside the house. It's what's outside the house, what you cannot really put the price on. So what do you see out of your house? Do you see a beautiful Gatineau Hills? Do you see a sunset? You don't see a sunset? What do you like? Do you see a sunrise during your morning coffee? What you like more, the morning or the evening? Can you have people walking on your shoreline or not? Is it exclusive use of the shoreline or not? What kind of regulations about using the beach? Do you have a beach, or do you have a beach near you, or do you have the access in your beach? Is it in your deed? It is a very important information. So you have to make sure that you know that building a waterfront home, living in a waterfront home, it's the same like living in the city, but I would say it's plus another budget for the maintenance, and the good budget for the maintenance. And it's very important to remember it. And number five, I already spoke about that quite a few times, and I wanna again and again say to you, please work with somebody who can share with you experience. Nothing can substitute the experience of living at the waterfront, because people understand those intricate details. They can share it with you, and it is no agent just from the city can come and understand how it is to live a waterfront. Maybe they did take a cottage for 2-3 days. Maybe they decided that they know something, but trust me, when you're gonna decide to buy the waterfront and decide to think about the waterfront, the best person is who lived a waterfront and made it part of their life. I lived at a waterfront for 17 years. I invite you to call me and to let me know if you need to know something about waterfront. I'm going to tell you everything. I'm going to tell you good stories. I'm going to tell you challenging stories. I'm going to ask you about your style. I'm going to, based on your style, tell you what kind of a budget will you need, what kind of expenses will you have, what kind of a life you will have. This is an amazing opportunity to get up in the morning every time and to see this beautiful view. But what part of your life you are in, what kind of a life you're living. Because before you will decide if you want to buy your waterfront house or not, I will ask you to have a cottage, to have Airbnb cottage for at least a week or maybe 2 weeks, and decide if it is a lifestyle for you or not. Before you want to go on the boat, I will give you a phone number to the marina, to Port of Call Marina. They're going to give you the boat for a day, for two, and you will see if it is your kind of activity or not. So it is a lot of things to make a decision on before you're going to decide to make such a big investment to such an amazing part of life that you're going to have into the waterfront. But before all that, first of all, we have to decide, is that for you? Do you make a great decision, or you want to take Airbnb for a month, a year, or for 2 weeks on a vacation and have yourself a beautiful waterfront without any challenges during the winter, during the spring, during the floods, and all the docks and boats and everything. So this is the decision. This is the talk that we will have. And please call me if you want to buy or sell waterfront property, and we will do it at no time. Alvina Usher, your Ottawa real estate expert.